Hello everyone and welcome to North Bay in Canada and the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018. Still plenty of snow here in this city of just over 50,000 people. Lots to see and do, eating and drinking, lots of that going on. This is the gateway of the North, province of Ontario. Here we are now at session 15 of the draw inside Memorial Gardens Sports Arena. Team's been welcomed in, and our feature match in session 15 is Sweden against Japan. Sweden 8-1, going well, the Olympic champions. And Japan still in with a shout of that top six. Important game for them too. Live commentary coming up on this one with me, Alison Walker, and Olympic gold medalist from 2002, Rona Howie. We'll give you updates too on all the other games going on inside the arena. And good crowd inside here this morning. Here are the teams then. Sofia Mabergs is the lead for Sweden. And their second player is Agnes Knochenhauer. Sarah McManus playing third for Team Sweden. And their skip, Anna Hasselborg. Lining up against the Olympic champions for Japan, Arisa Kotani playing lead. Now Ishigaki playing second. Their third is Kaho Onodera. And Tori Koana is the skip. So that's the two lineups in this game. Just wishing each other good curling. And there are the standings. Canada, the only team unbeaten. And Sweden going well too, 8-1. And a whole host of teams behind them vying for those top six positions. Still an awful lot to be decided here. Probably a pivotal day today in terms of qualification. There are the matchups today in this morning's session. Sweden, Japan, Switzerland play the Czech Republic. It's Russia against Canada, and Denmark play Scotland. Important game for Japan. Sweden more or less there in terms of qualification. You don't see them slipping. What kind of game is this going to be then, Rona?
I think it'll be interesting. Sweden lost to Canada last night, their first loss in a long time. So will they come out firing, wanting to get another win on the board today? And Japan, you know, they're on their way up. They're a young team, learning a lot, but playing a lot of good shots.
I think the big question is, what will be the reaction of Sweden following that loss last night to Canada? They don't seem too worried about that. They're certainly going to qualify anyway. But they've had a long haul in terms of the Olympic Games and more or less coming straight here afterwards. They're a young, fit team. And Japan, a very young team. We saw how nervous they performed a little bit in that game last night too. And still in with a chance of qualification, Japan. But they will not be expected necessarily to beat Sweden here. So no pressure on them at all. Different levels of experience now between the two skips. There they both are. Sweden will be the red stones, Japan yellow. Sofia Mabergs gets us underway, just 24. Spent most of those years curling, a product of the Swedish Curling Academy.
13-8. Nej. 13-8. Men det tror jag är Jo. Bra Fia, bra spel.
Det är bra.
So interestingly, Japan have started with different tactics than last night's game. Maybe to do with the opposition they're playing. Last night they kept things fairly open and clean. And today in the first end they're putting up a corner guard straight away.
Arisa Kotani, the 17-year-old in the team.
A good set up there from Sophia Marbergs.
Japan, average age of just 22, this team. But they've got the shots thrown up. They've got some really good technical skills that we've seen.
Yeah, massive potential for this young Japanese team. They've learnt so much here this week. And they've been getting some wins under their belt.
More used to seeing the other Japanese team led by Suzuki Fujisawa, the Olympic bronze medalist. But these are the Olympic gold medalists. One of the teams to beat here.
Slight error there. Magnus Knockenhauer. Left corner guard on for Japan to use. Just not burying, so leaving it slightly higher.
Rules of play in the round robin. They have to play 6 ends minimum. 38-minute thinking time. That's when they're not actually playing, not delivering the stone, and there's one 60-second timeout as well. Usually a bit later on when the big decisions have to be made.
Sits and rolls over. Does lie two. Does give Japan something to work with now in the house.
You notice the line here. She has to release the stone before that line. And if she does that, the green light goes on. The red one goes on. She hasn't released it in time. The stone is removed. It's in a slight roll towards the centre. Button. Sarah McManus, 26 years old.
Her stats for the week, top of the third players here.
Solid.
Very solid week so far.
She does have a Scottish dad, hence the name McManus. Hilton Odera, the most experienced player in this Japanese team.
Just trying just to get a wee hit and roll over on top of the other red. Make it difficult for Sweden to remove. Nice hit and roll. Does leave the double though in the reds now. 3 of the 4 out of the Swedish team are top of the rankings and stats this week. So coming out of an Olympic Games, they've certainly come into this firing. So Japan trying to lift double on the reds here.
1 and 2.
Just jams it in the back. Japan have got last stone. Sweden would dearly love to force them to take their one.
Vicka ner där. Enda mot är okej, men vicka kant är också. De kan ju inte dra där och bli skotter. Vi är ju skott om kanten då.
Hasselborg from a curling family. Brother, dad, uncle, everyone plays.
Okej. Är isen bra då, eller? Jo, det är bra. Ja.
He's 28 now, from Stockholm in Sweden, and a substitute teacher when she finds time to do it. We're targeting these, certainly one yellow.
That's a great shot. Both reds are now level. No chance of a double for Japan.
It was all about where that red stone finished there. The two stones are level and wide apart. Very difficult for the opponent to get both of them in one shot. Well, here she comes. Uriguana from Yamanashi Curling Club in Japan, near Mount Fuji, I'm told. She's just 22.
Helt ut.
Both disappear, loses her own.
ut, helt ut. Fia fick också rätt, det blev så bra. Jag var ganska aktiv i mina passningar.
Sweden just quite happy to split the house and lie 2.
Full 12, men lägg den på T-line.
Forced Japan into their one at the first end.
Det känns lätt som fan tycker jag.
See the rock clock. Been about 14.5 all week, but yesterday it had slowed down a wee bit after they had rubbed the stones. The stones were gripping the pebble a bit more. 14.6 shouldn't be far away. Seems to have keen back up today to the same speed it's been most of the week.
Sometimes in the first draw as well, things are slightly different in the morning. Players have to learn to cope with it, the variables of the ice.
Great shot there. Mana Hasselberg, this Swedish quartet are so good with their stone placement. And it's games like this that this young Japanese team will really learn a lot from.
Important not to be outfazed by it, to just keep to their own game plan. Hits and gently into the forefoot area to claim that single point. Forced to take one though after good play from Anna Hasselborg and her Swedish team. Sweden 0, Japan 1 after the first end.
Jag tänkte typ så här, jag satt upp isen och tänkte så här, Agnes Sara stod ju på den sidan, så har jag fel is så säger ni någonting. Jag spelade ju clearing och den gick ju bra. Så jag bara, det fanns ju ingen oväntat när jag spelade clearing. Bra, jättefin omgång. Autoからね。
So over to Russia against Canada. First end, only team unbeaten Canada. But Russia going well too.
So Canada are line 1, just working out how to try and get in to get 2.
Jennifer Jones, the Canadian skip, with last stone here. There's a red one. Russian stone just at the top of the button. Got to get around this. It was a very difficult shot, that placement of that red stone doing the trick there for Russia and holding Canada just to 1 there.
Härligt. Perfekt. Bra. Bra Pia, perfekt. Du kan tänka kvinnorna. Okej. Ja, det är det. Ja. Gud.
Second end of our featured game between Sweden and Japan. Japan 1-0 up, forced to take one in that first end.
A slightly different tactic there as well, with Japan putting up the centre guard. Anna Hasselberg drew to the wing to keep play away from the forefoot. And Japan just failing to remove it. So now Sweden can split the house and be completely open.
Sophie Mabbers from a place called Malung. Lives in Härnösand in Sweden. Also from a very curling orientated family.
Go, 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 go. Fortsätt Agnes. Go, 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 go. Bra så pass. Härligt. Bra Pia.
Plays that really nicely.
Good separation between those two red stones. Little roll is required here. And that's not too bad at all. Just a little bit more on it maybe. Sweden can see plenty of it.
Sweden would like to hit this and roll back out to the wing, keep away from the centre guard. Just knows it, so it's easier for Japan now to just hit and flop in behind that centre guard. Two different objectives here. Japan want play around the centre. Sweden want it out in the wings.
Sporting an arm support there. Doesn't move at all. It's in sticks.
Jag sätter raken eller? Vad tyckte du? Det blir tredje i spåret här, jag tror att du är okej. Okej, jag spelar samma då. Jag har det.
So now the stone's getting higher up. The roll behind the centre is quite important.
All about the angle here on this yellow stone. He's the coach for Japan, Yuji Nishimuro. I think overall he'll be pretty pleased with the way this young team has performed here in North Bay.
Oh, nearly.
Tiny roll, not quite enough. Maria Pritz, coach, Olympic silver medalist from 2014. Manus.
Trying to go inside. Oh, just on the nose.
Another one on the nose. Meantime, let's hop over to Denmark, Scotland and see what happens in this first end. And Hannah Fleming facing a few there.
Denmark line 3. Hannah can just see the whole stone that she's trying to hit on the nose.
How's the line looking? Oh, it looks to be coming round. It's curling. Gonna catch her own, it is.
Oh, she pushed her own in. Maybe cut out one of them.
It is 2. So at least it wasn't 3 from a Scottish point of view. Scotland down 2 after the first end. Back to our featured game. There's one stone in the house.
Well, with Japan hitting and rolling out, it's giving Sweden a chance to come round, but they really wanted to be top tee. It's coming out the other side, if anything, leaving a double on the other side. Stones are really swinging big once they pass the guards. Ideally, Sweden wanted that top 8 foot, top 4. So we can see this out-turn release is reverse handle. And a lift to double here.
One and, oh, just not quite enough on it. It's still in shot position.
She's smiling. I just need to catch that thinner over and take the double. Sweden have played this end the whole way to get their 2. Anna Hasselberg, always the same pre-shot routine. Never falters. Wants to hit and stay here. Great shot. Makes it very difficult for Japan to remove both of them.
Those 2 reds right beside each other. Look at that. If there'd been any separation, a little bit easier. Tori.
She'd need to catch pretty thin where the brush head is there. She needs to catch it at big weight and try and spin that top one across the house. But her best result probably would be to nose it and stay in front of the Swedish stone so that then Sweden can't remove the Japanese one.
So here it comes. spinning the other way, and it's going to go out, Rona.
She's got it.
Really nice shot there from the Japanese skip.
Well, Sweden will be disappointed they haven't got their two. They built up the end to get it. But they'll just blank it and go into the next end. Try again.
The house is clear. And will continue to be clear. So, second end is blanked. Score remains the same. And we go into end number 3, and Sweden hoping to build something there. 2 ends played, Sweden 0, Japan 1.
Jag har råkat poka med mig själv med sopen några gånger nu. Nu pokar jag mig där, så bara fan och kolla på vad man kan. Så var det någon annan match. Ja men typ att jag råkat typ såhär, bara såhär. Och så drog jag upp den i revbenet häromdagen. Så jag var såhär, den är ganska liksom...
Nu håller du jättehårt just att du får...
Alltså det är inte när jag sopar.
Nej okej, nej det var när du går.
You're watching live coverage from the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018. We're in the city of North Bay, which is in the province of Ontario in Canada for these championships. And this is our featured game in this draw between Sweden, the Olympic gold medalists, and Japan. Japan bringing a new team to these championships. This team having won their own national title.
Bra linje! Lite kort som hake. Håll i den Sara. Ligga hake. Lite kort. Bra linje. Bra linje, gå ganska rakt faktiskt.
Now Sweden's turn to pick up the corner guard, try and generate a 2 here.
Ideally just around about the forward side. Nice guard there. Over to Russia against Canada once more. The second end now. And Victoria Masiva with a last stone draw.
She's going for a split here, and they've overswept it.
Is it going to stay in the rings? It is. Russia pick up a single point there. 1-1 after 2 ends.
Jag tror samma fart ut, bara lite till. Jättefin fart. Vi vågar ta lite mindre eller? Ja.
So Japan have put a centre guard up over the one in the house. It's the one in the house isn't a winning shot for the end. Sweden will ignore it and just draw around their corner.
10 bak igen. Ligger bak i. Helt öppen just nu. Agnes. Ska jag gå eller? Ja, gå. 14-9. Gå, gå. 10 nu. Gå, gå, gå. 10.
Trying to bury it as far behind that red as they can.
Gå, 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 gå. Bra koll. Bra. Det är bra, Fia.
Lies shot. Pretty well buried.
What do those numbers mean, Rona, there?
They could be the numbers of the stones after the players have, or the fifth player has matched the stones at night. They'll put them into pairs. So that could be the numbers that each player's playing. She maybe keeps it for all the team, so they remember what numbers they're playing.
Keeps track of them. You don't want to wash your hands then, do you?
No. Just catches the guard.
Yeah.
Does roll over, played a nice weight.
Ended up in quite a decent position. Let's head over to Denmark, Scotland, give you an update there. Scotland with a potential here of perhaps 3. Can certainly have one counting already. This would level things up if they could pick up 2.
Just need to draw the 4 foot.
Yeah, 1 in there already. So, well played to Scotland and Hannah Fleming, levelling things up after 2 ends there.
Sweden deciding to clear up the front. Did leave 2 guards.
2 yellows gone.
So wanted to open the front up a bit more, but does remove the one from the house. So Japan have still got 2 guards they can use at some point in the end. So Sweden looking for their 2. But they don't want to leave these centre guards the way they are. Looking for a double clear here. Agnes Knockenhauer loves these shots. Oh. On the nose again. So it does remove the yellow, but it does leave 2 guards now for Japan to use.
Seem to shift these different guards in this on the centre line. Sweden blanking that previous end, trying to generate something here. You see the curl coming now, and the swing is on this centre line behind these other reds, and that's very nicely placed. At the top of the button.
Sarah McManus will just try and remove these guards.
Finally, they go from a Swedish point of view. Just one counting there. At the top of the button for Japan.
Vågat lätta upp den där för drippen. Ja, fan. Stötna. Härligt sen, Sara.
Japan placing another guard on that centre line, trying to protect what they have.
Yeah, that Japanese stone's just at the top of the 1 foot there, so it's not easy for Sweden to outdraw it. So now that they can see probably a third of the stone, they're going to move it now.
So that guard had to be to move that yellow.
Great shot there. Keeps the shooter in play, which was important, so Japan couldn't get back round the guard.
Those skips you see heading to the other end carrying their broom. She doesn't seem to do that.
Yeah, she uses a different brush in the head to the brush she slides out with. You can see she's using a hog hair brush there to slide, and that's just personal preference.
Again, that looked a little unstable, that delivery there. But it kind of does the job. Hasselborg from Sweden. Puts in sticks.
もう一回同じで9半でロールちょっとだけ詰めました。9半でちょっと詰めた。了解。ずっとまっすぐ走ってる。
Quite a high slide because she's right up on her toe, so the balance of that when you're playing weight is it's very difficult to be 100% accurate all the time.
But she's small, so that probably helps too. Compact.
Flexible. So Sweden want to blank this, no chance to get their two.
Same routine, same scrubbing of the underside of the stone, then her slider into position, settles herself, does exactly the same, slightly raised knee on the left, and away she goes. Last stone of the third end. I expect this yellow one to disappear too. to blank the end. So the score stays the same. Sweden will begin again in end number 4. They don't just want 1, they want 2 or 3. So after 3, Sweden 0, Japan 1. 110 number 4 in our featured game. Will we get a score in this end now? So we need to start building something. And something we'll give at some point here. Do this coming just a little bit further. That's pretty good placement for that guard.
Tournament accuracy 81% for a young 17-year-old's first major event. She's really shone through here.
The coaches will be very pleased with that. I hope this one finishes in a good position now.
Perfect. Just fractionally back tee, but pretty good there.
Yeah, the line is excellent.
So Sweden can't remove this guard. It's still in the free guard zone. So looking just to play a split weight, open up the front and get her shooter to roll over and give her another corner guard.
90% for the whole week for Sophia. That's impressive too.
Yeah, she's top.
But you would expect that of the Olympic champions.
Oh, and that's not a great shot. She wanted to split that, and she's left a centre guard.
Well, we haven't seen how these two have been doing, the Swiss and the Czech Republic. Switzerland 1-0 up. And they're in the third end now. after the second one was blanked. Anna Kubeshkova. Super's guiding this one into position. The draw. So 1 yellow there. They level things up. Czech Republic and Switzerland after 3. Important game, that one. Two teams in the middle of the table rankings.
That's a good shot from Japan. Sweden are going to have to open this up a bit. Try and raise the guard into one in the house.
Det borde Karla, va? Ja, lite.
That was knocking her. Good start there for her as well.
She's second among the seconds this week.
Catches that top red.
So a bit on the high side, wanted to catch one of the yellows. So Japan in a good position here to force Sweden to their one.
Shigaki, 79. Hasn't played every game though. Bit of a roar going on. No wonder it's Team Canada. Third end, 1-1. 1 yellow. Jennifer Jones with this last stone of end number 3. She has this to go into a 3-1 lead. Through the two guards and into the house and safely into the 4-foot to lie 2, count 2 and 2 points for Canada. A 3-1 lead after 3.
Sweden looking to clear up the front here, take 2 of these yellows out.
The task of Agnes Knockenhauer.
Well, it's a good result. Pushes the one behind the corner guard. They could use that to freeze.
Nordetta. She's also 79%, the third for Japan. And a super game last night.
So Sweden will just try and get a hidden flop in behind this corner guard to try and set something up here. Don't want to hit it on the nose. Just what they've done. Gives Japan the hit and roll behind the centre now.
Japan's game plan working at the moment. There's that characteristic wave from the skip. Hits and rolls slightly behind that other guard.
Sweden having to draw in here. Try and freeze on top of that yellow.
But it's reactive shots they're having to make, Rona, rather than proactive ones here in this fourth end.
Yep, they just need to force that one error from Japan to generate a 2. And this is looking light. Can they get it there? It's over curling. Not what they wanted.
It's not shot stone. So Sweden not having it all their own way in this game against Japan as yet. Japan need to keep focused. Keep doing the simple things well. Mm. 75% for Tori. For the whole tournament, not for this game. There she did her characteristic one way, then the other. Oh.
Just trying to draw around this centre guard and lie 2. Working it really hard to get it past. Oh, it just comes up short. And I don't think Sweden will be able to see any of this yellow behind the corner. She only needs to tap it back a stone width to lie 2.
Jag tänker typ att om jag inte skulle få linjen så tänker jag att jag skulle stanna här. Ja.
Så typ samma is som mig.
Ja, jag tror det.
Och så bara lira ut den.
Ja, exakt.
Ja, klararna. Bara trycka den lite. Okej. Spela typ bakåt.
Trycka och lägga 2. Tror det är slaget.
Ja. Så får de vicka bakom, eller?
Ja. Hoppas att du får en tapis.
Ja, ja. Alltså det är jättefint spår här.
So just looking to come in and
Samma som
just tap that yellow.
25 mark typ på 10, så typ en 15 då.
Ja.
Or she can freeze on top of
Jag
it.
tänker att jag vill spela med hyfsat en del sopen då.
Ja. Jag gillar
Det
15.
är samma is som Sara, så det borde vara bra.
Ja. Mycket
She's having a good tournament in Hasselborg. Watching, waiting. Here comes round now. See the swing.
Is it going to curl
there
enough?
It's all the way through. Oh my goodness.
Because Sarah McManus has really curled in the draw more than they had thought. So they did have a discussion about the ice there, but that just didn't curl enough.
Yep. So she made the adjustment. Not quite the right adjustment. Sometimes it happens. And it puts a different slant on this end now.
Because the ice yesterday when they had rubbed the stones, it was much more aggressive and much swingier in the morning game. Whereas today it's calmed down again. So the players just being quick to get on top of that and adjust.
Yeah, it's fourth end now. You should have got used to it, you would think, to some extent. And coming down the other side. Joanna just looking for the tap into the button, just a bit far maybe.
Unlike two, forcing Sweden to take their one, and it's not an easy one.
Samma fina farter där då.
Nej, vi hogg! Vad hade ni på förra? 90 eller?
95.
Ganska aktivt.
Samma som tidramningen egentligen. Det är så här fin 25 som är utspelad.
Ni kommer få hålla den. Det är ganska lite tajt mot cornern.
Okay.
Så jag kan inte ha jättemycket is eller?
Så behöver vi tappa en halv sten eller?
Ja, lite mer nästan.
Ja.
Men viktigt att vara där någonstans.
Ja.
So last stone here at this end. Sweden looking to secure just one, facing two. Japan counters. Sweeper's working hard, it's past the guard.
Great shot.
Just, and in it comes. So they do secure one, but forced to take one. Not making much of an impression on the scoreboard. She knows it's close to the guard here. She knows it's close. Let's see how close it was. Whoa. And a nice tap and into position. That's counting stone. She's quite relieved about that one. After 4 ends now, Sweden won, Japan won.
Behålla tålamodet. Spela av dem hammar nu och sätta lite press på dem så de får lura lite.
Det här är den situationen som vi vet.
You're watching live coverage from the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018 inside the Memorial Gardens Sports Arena in North Bay, Ontario in Canada. Great crowd inside the arena again, supporting mainly Canada but also all the other teams from around the world on the 4 sheets of ice. Alison Walker and Rona Howie bringing you live commentary on our feature game, Sweden against Japan. It's 1-1, low scoring game. Japan not really giving Sweden an inch here. They found some tricky customers. And playing well here. Out on sheet A. And putting their guard up. So this time it'll be Japan hoping to build a 2, build a juice. And Sweden trying to stop that, trying to force one. Over to Switzerland against the Czech Republic. Binja Felcher.
Drawn against 2 here.
And 1 at the moment. That looks secure and safe. And it comes to Yells. We're counting there, but it's a draw of 1. And Switzerland lead 2-1 after 4.
So Sweden played a good draw around, and Japan tried to freeze it, but just rubbed off it. So it allows Sweden now to hit this and get a roll. They don't want to nose it because then it'll leave Japan an easier shot. Ah, lovely. Well played.
Here's the latest on all the sheets for you. Canada leading Russia 3-1, and Denmark leading Scotland 3-2. Featured games 1-1 and Switzerland 2-1, as we've just seen over the Czech Republic.
A lot of cagey scores this morning, getting to that stage in the round robin. Maybe teams not wanting to take chances too early on in the games.
Manages to pick off one of them. Loses their own.
So Sweden have got control of the 4-foot. Oh, starting them young here in Canada.
Fabulous hat.
Curling stone hat. That's smart.
That looked home knitted there, didn't it? They enjoy their knitting in Canada at the curling, don't they?
You see a lot of the crowd sitting, knitting away. Maybe we could put in an order.
I can see you in that hat, Rona.
Sweden just looking to guard here. Yeah, it's coming a bit far in, so I don't want to leave a double.
Got last stone here in the Russia-Canada game, fourth end. Musiva.
She's got a draw for two, but she's got to navigate round a lot of stones here.
And there's a yellow one just at the top of the button, top of the forefoot as well, blocking the pathway in, so she's looking to come round.
Oh, just rubbed it. Her weight was perfect as well. Just rubbed that top guard.
Still came in pretty well too, but it is only one. Really good effort there from the Russian skip.
So Japan only able to remove one Swedish stone. So they'll be happy if this one's a wee bit shorter. It's burying more. Japan will not be able to see the inside edge of the shot that's on the forefoot.
It's well buried, isn't it?
So deciding now to raise the front guard, open things up. They have got last stone and want to score here. Just takes the guard off. So Sweden need to guard that centre one that's just off centre line, because that's where Japan could lift the double. Big jumbotron, centre of the arena, gives the crowd a lot of entertainment throughout the games.
Here's our game. For close-ups and entertainment between ends and at the start of the draws. Always good fun. Crowds in Canada.
Just going to finish on the centre line here. That's a great shot. Japan don't hesitate to go out and just clear it up.
Over to Denmark, Scotland. 3-2 there to Denmark. Anna Fleming. Fourth end of the last stone.
Turn against two, but only needs to be in the 8, and she's got backing as well. Plays that nicely.
And it comes, settling down for one for Scotland to take that to 3-3 after 4.
Jag tror inte det. Jag tyckte hon satte den här bra och rak. Och sen här, vi fick vänta lite på den för att den var lite lång. Jag tror att så här, är man lite lösare så tror jag den kommer kvalare tidigare.
So Sweden just want to replace this centre line guard.
Alltså 50 eller? Bra linje! Bra linje! Fia närmast! Bra linje!
She's got a long way to draw.
Bra linje! Gärna! Jag vill dra den! Jag vill dra den! Gå!
Need to put it onto that towards the line.
Räcker det? Räcker!
Just comes enough.
But is it enough?
ワンだけ打ちに行くか。ワンだけ下げといて。
Japan could play a quiet wait at the one that is lying short and roll behind the corner to try and set up a 2.
決まればね、これでもいいと思う。1個減らすと6。外開いてロールされるとすごい嫌だな。そうそうそう。出し切らないでちょっと置くようにしたから打ちづらいかな。いやでもな、点になりそうだよね。これ向こうから見て。内側見てない。4分の3。やるかも1回。スラッシュか外ロール。外ロールでここら辺に残ると、ロールされた時強すぎて1点も取れないから。やるならステイしないといけないと思うんだよね。前から行くか。少しちょっと膨らむ。
Yeah, so having a bit of a debate there on whether they should come around and just tap the red back. But when the front end came up, the decision was to raise the guard straight back, try and split them about the house. Waste no time in the hack. Can she raise the guard into the ones on the house?
Here it comes, 1-2. That's pretty nicely done. Clean.
There's one. So Sweden will just bring another one half round to force Japan to draw on the other side. She has got the whole 4 foot and the 1 foot for the draw. But from Sweden's point of view, they want to force one here.
Med samma marginal såklart med julgran över det så har hon ändå ingenting.
The distance the stone has to travel, something like 45 meters. Makes you realise just how good these players are and the pinpoint accuracy that they have, and particularly this player. There's your hog-to-hog line timings, that line there. And the clock will stop. It reaches the second line. Gives you an idea of the timing of the stone.
A bit speedy. 14.5 really is T, but she wanted to be slightly shorter. She's now given Japan a double. Will they go for it or will they draw for one? I think Japan will go for the hit. So a double takeout to blank the end.
Risky?
I think the way she's played the game so far, that's the shot she'll go for. To draw the button for her one is not what she wants to do. She catches it. If she over curls, she could maybe lift a double on the other side and score one.
Last stone of this end for Japan coming through. And who is shot there?
Don't know, Japan were trying to sweep the red and they can't sweep it before that T line.
That's very close, that one. Well, that was not the plan. Are they going to get a measure? So is it a steal or is it one?
Yeah, that's what Anna Hasselberg's saying. Japan were sweeping that stone.
And it has to go over that line on the left there that you just saw before.
Det är gult.
Låt det vara. Ta det blir.
The opponents can sweep it.
So here, when the stones make contact, Japan obviously want the red to split out to the side. So here, Japan sweeping that didn't really make much of a difference.
They actually touched the ice there, I'm not sure. Either way. They get the 1 point, Japan. To take a 2-1 lead heading into the break. Highlights of the first 5 ends in our featured game. First end. And Japan forced to take just one with that hit in the first end to take a 1-0 lead. And in the second end. Stone for Japan here. And really beautifully done to clear away for a blanked end. And end number 4. Japan lying 2 here. And Hasselborg with her final stone. Needing to claim a single here. Forced into a single. No headway really made on the scoreboard. It's 1-1. And in the 5th, Japan claiming that single point with their final stone. 1-2. Switzerland against the Czech Republic, both in chance of those playoff places. 2-1. Last end of the 5th from Annika Beskova. Already with a couple in there, counting. And then it comes nicely to claim 3 points, 3 yellows for the Czech Republic, and they go into the lead 4-2 in that one. There is the latest in all our games. Sweden 1, Japan 2, Switzerland 2, Czech Republic 4. As we've just seen, it's Russia 2, Canada 3, and Denmark 3, Scotland 3.
Doing good. Keep focusing on weight.
ウェイトを気をつけて。ごめん。
Some percentages for you after the first 5 ends, and Sweden slightly ahead. It's still pretty good for both teams. Only the score 2-1. Hit percentage for Sweden 98. And both teams slightly down on the draw front, but a very even game. All set for part 2 of our featured game between Sweden and Japan. Narrow 2-1 lead for Japan. Sofia Mothers gets us back underway in this 6th end. It's been pretty cautious play so far from both teams. Neither team really able to get anything going yet, Rona.
Yeah, both teams struggle trying to generate their 2 with the hammer. Just a bit cagey, really, first 5 ends.
Japan containing certainly the Olympic champions at the moment.
So that one coming back T allows Sweden now the chance to use their corner guard and try and generate a 2 now. The Swedish team are very good being patient. Oh, just scrapes past the guard. Great shot there. Couldn't have placed it better.
Ishigaki, she's 88% for this game. She's good going too. Haven't been too many mistakes, nothing too flashy, but hits and rolls over towards the centre line. It's gone a bit. Yep, that's not a bad position.
Sweden's just checking who's shot, and if they are, which they are. Oh,
here's the mascot known as Slider. Been entertaining the crowd between ends. Have you encountered him before, Rona?
Long time ago.
Him or her?
Him or her.
Who knows? Here's Agnes knocking her 100% for this game. I'm not sure everything's been completely perfect, but she's certainly been having a good game.
Because she jammed the guard a couple of ends ago when she was trying to clear it. And that's the thing with stats, it's somebody's perception. So Sweden That's... She's just going to hang in there. Whoa.
Over to Russia, Canada. Tight game there too. Fifth end. Last stone. Jennifer Jones.
This one's really pulling on her.
Yeah, I think they're concerned about it.
Oh, just rubs the top.
Yep, so that's going to be a steal there. A steal for Russia to level things up. And Canada haven't given up many steals at all this week, so very interesting game developing there. Denmark, Scotland. It's 3-3 at the moment as well. Into the fifth end, Angelina Jensen with the last stone here.
She's got a draw for two. Needs to be in the 8 foot.
One there already for Denmark. This looks good, looks okay. And it comes 4-2. So that is 2 for Denmark to give them a 5-3 lead as they head into their break. Back to our featured game.
Sweden just not getting the stones in the right place at this end. They left a double takeout for Japan to lie 3. And now they're just chasing the shot stone.
Odetta played well last night, playing well again this morning.
Every end's been very open. There's not been a lot of drawing round centre guards. So Sarah McManus would dearly love to get a hit and roll here. Good game at 90%. Really wants to get the roll. Oh, caught it too thin. Doesn't even remove it, leaves Japan lying 3. Since their defeat to Canada last night, Sweden are just not as sharp today. After being on an 8-win record here, to lose one just stops the wheels rolling, and they need to get back on the winning streak. Sweden still have Russia and Scotland to play. And Japan still have Korea, Canada and Czech Republic. So a missed opportunity there from Japan. If they'd come in top tee, that would really have put the pressure on to Sweden. So now Sweden can come in top tee and lie short. Happy with the line, it's all about the weight. Great shot there, made up for our first one. So Japan are 1 up. They're quite happy even here to force Sweden to their 1. They could come in and just freeze on top.
Tori Koana, 85% for this game. So executing her shots pretty well.
This is looking quite wide, doesn't want to split off. Oh, she's not even close to it.
It's going to stay in, but only just.
So if Sweden can come round and put another one right on top of their own, they do set up a good chance of a 2. Can also freeze that back yellow, but then Japan could follow her, and then they would follow for their 2. So that was a big mistake from Japan. They've controlled this end.
Tredje spåret.
Ja, precis. Jag tror det är bra. Har vi någon marginal eller är det...
Det är klossfrys där nere. Om någonting så är det ju att ligga 2 lite hårt så. 20 eller?
Ja, det är samma lätta fina.
Reached 3% and 85 for the tournament. The Swedish skip. We've got a chance here. To get the first 2 of the game. Depends where this one finishes.
It's a great shot there.
Beautifully done. Very well judged. All those yellow stones at the back of the house there. Not of much use to Japan at all.
If they come in and freeze on the top one, quite difficult for Sweden to draw for 2. Whereas if they come up and freeze the one that's just been played, then Sweden would have an easier draw for 2. So precision draw required here. Reverse handle on our outturn. Sweepers are on it. She doesn't want to bounce off because then it could cost them a 3.
It depends how the ice reacts here as well.
Just wants to freeze. And has she given Anna Hasselberg a chance for 3? I think she has.
And they're looking at it.
Can't see the whole stone. But because of the red frozen on the yellow at the back of the 4 foot, she can afford to nick it and the red's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's been blocked, isn't it, that pathway for that red?
But at this stage in the game, it's worth it. Risk versus reward. You get your 3. Now see the line, we'll be able to see how much you can see of that stone. Yep, nearly all.
I'm sure she fancies it.
Oh, she's having another look. But she can't be wide at all and jam off her own red. Does swing nicely past the guard. if you just play a wee canny weight, tap back.
Alltså, hon tjackar med fart.
And a canny weight is
Not a big heavy weight. To be honest, from the hack, she must be able to see a fair amount because she's not taking a huge amount of ice. We just can't see from this angle how much you can see of it. Oh, there we go. So, yep, she can see the whole stone.
So let's see how many red stones remain in a counting position after this.
She's played a
Final
real nice weight, just past the guard.
Taps.
Ah, lovely.
And away it goes. Beautifully done. Great touch play there from the Olympic champion, Anna Hasselborg, to claim 3 points. First multiple score of the game. She made it look really easy, didn't she? The weight just past this guard. In it comes. Perfect tap. Away it goes. Doesn't touch her other red on the edge of that forefoot. Really nicely done. They take a 4-2 lead after 6. There are the numbers in our featured game, and Sweden coming straight out after the break and stamping their authority on this game. 3 in that 6th end. I don't know what was said to them at the interval, but it seems to have changed things somewhat. So 7th end now, and Japan looking to respond. It's at least a double of their own.
Japan will be a bit shell-shocked there after that end. They were lying 4 at one point. Definitely the best end they'd had for a while, and all of a sudden they lose a 3 from nothing.
Over to Russia, Canada, 3-3. 6 in now. 2 yellows counting.
Russia just came up short with their draw, trying to freeze the yellow counter. So it gives Canada a free draw for 3.
How often do we see significant scores in this 6th end coming out of the break?
Line's good. Brilliant.
Yep, just enough to secure 3 points, and the crowd are loving it. Very well judged draw from Jennifer Jones. She's quite chuffed with that one. And you can understand why. Really well played. They have a 6-3 lead now over Russia after 6. Over to Switzerland, Czech Republic. 4-2 to Czech Republic. Also 6-end and Binya Felcher. This hit here. Hits and sticks for one for Switzerland. So it's 3-4 there on that one.
So nice wee tap back there from Japan. Sweden have now got the 2-up advantage, so they don't want to lose a 2. Just remove this corner guard.
So Sweden red, Japan yellow, remember?
So a mistake there from Sweden, leaving a corner guard for Japan to use. But they are concentrating just now coming round the centre. Sweden just don't seem to be the fiery team that we're used to seeing this morning. They look just a bit flatter, and are they starting to hit that brick wall?
Almost just doing what they have to do. Not as much flair.
Great shot.
Tapping that yellow into shot position.
And it's hard because there's 3 teams here who were at the Olympics. One a gold medalist, one a silver, one who didn't fare very well. So all of them are here probably with different feelings and different goals. And it'll be interesting to see, you know, when this week comes to a close, how these 3 teams are faring.
Hard to keep that if you're Sweden and Korea, you would think, to keep that momentum, keep that peak of performance, you know, right at the highest level.
But the argument is, if you've trained to perform at that time at the Olympics in a skill-based sport, you should still be able to perform the week after, maybe not the month after, but the training that you've put in should get you through. They have the skill to play the game, but it's the fatigue factor and the mental side of this sport where I think can really tire you out.
You know, and just being on the road and just, you know, living out the suitcase in hotels, not being at home in your own bed. Although these girls are used to it, at some point it can become quite hard going, I think. There's the latest in all the games. Sweden now 4-2 up in our featured game, 4-3 Czech Republic over Switzerland, and 5-4 to Denmark over Scotland. And actually even the Canada-Russia game, still every game pretty tight.
So removed one of the yellows and the backing, cleared it up a bit, but now Japan have got the chance to draw around this corner guard and lie 2 and have 2 buried. You can see just catches that across the top. She's quite happy she split her own out the back because that was causing a problem. So Kahu Onodera having a great game today so far. Can she put this second counter in? Gonna stop. No, it's not. A bad mistake there. When they had the chance to lie too. Even if she'd come up short, it was better than going through the house.
Could this be another turning point in this game?
Sweden always like to go for these straight raises, but they're looking at the scoreboard, knowing they don't have last stone. They're quite happy to force one here. So we'll just play the dead freeze. That is cutting quite fast.
Yep, catches that top guard.
Sweeper said it was good for weight, but really it was light and took the curl a lot earlier. So mistakes from both teams here. Who's going to capitalise first?
Dead up for Japan.
So they need to get this second counter in.
This is going to be hard work here.
Another error.
Similar problem to Sweden there. I thought they might have taken that into consideration. It's a missed chance by them too.
So that's two failed draws at this end from Japan. And really by the 7th end of the game, they should be quite comfortable with draw weight. So can Sweden get the hit and roll now? Just on the nose.
And still very gettable. There it is.
And they need to watch where they roll to, because there is a plant for Sweden at the front there. Oh, on the nose as well.
No roll at all. Although it did move slightly to the left, very slightly.
Yeah, Sweden would like to get a small inside roll here. So see a wee hit and flop. Well, they're quite happy with Japan not getting that second counter in. Sweden more than happy to force Japan to their one. Sweden have been the second best team here this week at forcing. Their efficiency's been really good.
Yep, this is...
Oh,
that rolled.
rolled much further than you actually thought was possible to pass that guard. But Japan just ignoring it, trying to come round. They still want to try for their two. Oh,
How close was that?
read by nothing.
And that's what enabled that roll.
hardly looked like a piece of paper would fit between those two stones there. So can she make the out-turn draw around these two guards?
There's the timing for you.
Sweeper's off it. Is it going to stop? I don't think so. Another 3 failed draws by Japan at this end.
Too short, too long, just not happening.
Going by the clock, the speed hasn't really changed at all. So we'll see what Anna Hasselberg can do if they can put one in. She can come right round here into the forefoot, really force Japan.
Jag tror ändå att det kommer vara lite slögare då. Ja. Men alltså fortfarande lätt. Ja. Jag tycker att det känns lätt överallt ändå. Ja, jag tänker att 15 inte 30. Nej.
Alltså stanna på 12 där är bra för att ta borta.
And if Japan end up losing this, I think they will be frustrated because they have had chances against this Swedish team.
So we're really looking for 14 and a half for T-line. So 14-3 should be pretty close. Trying to bury it. Just didn't finish, but does lie 2. So Japan have to either draw for 1 or hit and roll. If she can't see the whole stone that Anna Hasselberg's just played, because she could nose it to get the shot.
I think she can see it.
See it all.
Hit and roll looks like a decent option. She has to be shot stone though. Whatever happens.
So this is the harder shot for her. But she's obviously confident to get the roll for shot.
So last one of the 7th.
She's got to curl. And she's got it.
She has, nicely done. Nice hit and roll from the Japanese skip to level things up again in this featured match. Not quite leveling things up, but it's 4-3, getting closer again. Another look at this hit and roll here. Sweden line 2, and in it comes. Sweden 4, Japan 3 after 7.
いやでも霜っぽかったで相手のはちょっと大阪から来てちょっと止まってたからそう多分私の1投目がすごい同じラインを取ったそうだね2投目のラインなんですよ2投目のパスだけ
Japan's lead player gets us back underway. We're on to the 8th end now. And still a really tight game between these two. Keep the guard up. Sweden's turn to try and build up this end. And put there right deep into the 12-foot area. Comparison of the two leads, and both playing really well. Second over Arisa Katani. Over to Russia, Canada, the 7th end. And after a miss by Jennifer Jones, Victoria Musiva has this draw for 3. What a boost that would be for this Russian team. Already with 2 in their counting, should be straightforward enough. There are the 2 reds and another red to join them. It is 3 for Russia, and it's 6-6 between Russia and Canada. And what a game that's developing into. Switzerland against the Czech Republic. 4-3 to the Czech Republic. Monika Beshkova with the last stone. Hits a couple of reds, spins out. What's left? 1 yellow. So they give themselves a 2-shot lead after 7. Switzerland 3, Czech Republic 5. Hits and sticks on the edge of that 8-foot area. Comparison of the seconds. Agnes gone down to 96% now. She was 100.
So 8th end's always a critical one. Sweden have got last stone. They would love to score a 2 here, but would be happy to blank. Whereas Japan would dearly love to force Sweden to 1. Great double to lie 2. So Sweden choosing to ignore the two in the wing. They want to play for their two now at this end. They've got a guard in play. So Agnes Knockenhauer just trying to come round on behind cover. Problem is the guard's quite long. So Japan will be able to come round and tap it back. And she's choosing just to freeze it. With the guard that long, she could come round at a back ring weight and tap this back. So right off it, they want to just freeze on top. They're actually going to draw right round it. Plan B.
Well, it's not a bad draw round it. Gone a bit far though, hasn't it?
Yeah, not what was intended, but they called it well. So Sweden will be able to see part of that. So comparisons there, third players. Onodera's just above Sarah McManus. Can just see about a third of this stone. Is she passed? Needs to pass her own. Oh, well swept. Sweden lie too. She's like, oh, that was a bit close, sorry.
Had to be close though to get finish in the right position. Oh, we've seen closer.
Oh, no, it was the second one, I think. It was a close one. So it is back T. Japan can come in and draw here. Has she got the weight? They're working it hard. Don't think it's going to get in. So Sweden still lie too. Great chance for them with last stone now. But they need to be careful. That yellow there that Japan just played is very tap-upable. That's such a word. But they can tap it up to cause a problem.
I like tap-upable.
Tap-upable.
Not easy to say. So Sarah McManus just coming round the same side she just came round. Come half round her top red would be great. Just rubs off it. But do lie three. There's that tap-upable one about to be tapped. Let's see if it really is tap-upable. So lots of stones in play, certainly, in this 8th end. Narrow 4-3 lead for Sweden, the Olympic champions. There they are.
Just having a look up at their clock. 38 minutes thinking time to play this game. Just checking they're still on track.
Have you seen a team run out of time, Rona?
Not since it's been changed to thinking time. When it used to be playing time, I have. The thinking time, the players are managing it really well.
They have to give up the game if they run out of time.
So, has she got the straight tap? No. Oh, her weight was perfect as well. Just curled a fraction more.
93% for Anna for hits and 94 for Tori. But she's Tori down in her draws.
So that yellow at the top, they know is still a danger. The yellow at the side is out counting one of the reds.
Hasselborg, Swedish Cup, watching intently.
Line 2, it's important here she stays top tee with this.
Yeah, she doesn't want this one to run on.
Needs to sit.
They told it to sit, and it did.
So the lie 3 now, with last stone here. Key shot coming up for Japan.
Japanese bench. Watching intently.
This is a really key shot now. Japan could just follow Anna Hasselborg in and freeze on top, make it difficult to get a 2. Because that raise at the top now is just it's just checking the red and no more, so it makes it more difficult.
Yeah, they're too close together, aren't they? Is that not what they're looking at, though? Big hush at that side of the arena, waiting this.
You can see there that to miss that red, she's got to hit the yellow slightly to the left, so it could poke it out into the open.
We really are talking centimetres here. Less than a centimetre potentially.
The good thing is she's played a really nice weight, so even if she taps it up for second shot. Yeah, that's a pretty good result. Lie's second shot, and not easy for Sweden to remove.
Yep, good strategy there, good tactics from Japan.
Det är lite läskigt för vi
Although
flörtar med
Sweden
den.
having a look to see what they could raise onto the yellow.
Well, if anybody can do it, they can.
Så säkert bara att vi... Ja.
Det går ju att eka fast den om den är jättelångt ut också.
Så, gillar du det? Han är där på dig på dagen.
Can they get 3 here? Nice throw away.
Yeah, I think she's quite happy just to go for her two. Sweden are 1 up. If they can get their 2 here at 8, they'll be more than happy.
Liksom happig känslan till. Ja, nästan.
Spela bara borta och tänk att det går som en dragning här på andra sidan förut. Ja.
Bra fart! Kom igen! Bra fart! Bara fart!
And Hasselborg with the last stone of this 8th end. Looking to secure 2 points for Sweden with this tap.
Ah, great
Oh.
shot.
Great touch there, beautifully done. It's a couple. And Pia Lindholm, the national coach, enjoyed that, saying, well done, Anna.
Makes it look easy.
So they extend their lead, Sweden now. 6-3 after 8 ends.
Här är jättebra för ett viktigt tvåa där. Man måste dyka över här.
Det har ju ökat nu senast. Alltså det har klarat mer nu. Det är både hon och jag gjorde det i förra.
Bra linje! Bra fart!
Perfekt linje!
Håll i den! Håll i den! Bra fart!
You're watching live coverage from the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018 inside the Memorial Gardens Sports Centre in North Bay, Ontario in Canada. Great crowd in to watch the action in this draw. The featured game is between the Olympic champions Sweden and Japan. And Japan keeping Sweden at bay for much of this game. But now Sweden, after that 3 in the 6 and a 2 in the 8th, extending their lead to 6-3. And you feel they're just about taking control now, Rona, don't you?
Yeah, they've stepped up a gear in the second half of the game and really piled the pressure onto Japan.
Oh, Japan not without their chances. And Anna Hasselborg has had to produce a couple of really nice taps to give them that 6-3 lead.
They're such a good team when they are up in the game. Can peel guards very accurately. Although they want to bring that one a bit closer.
So let's check what's happening elsewhere again. Russia against Canada, 6-6.
Canada have got a chance for 2 if Jennifer Jones can just hit and roll in a fraction here.
Stay off it, she's saying.
She needs to just roll fraction to outcount the front. Oh.
It's a nose hit, and it is only... Is that just the one there? I think it might be. Yep,
Yes.
only one, so not much of an advantage to Canada. 7-6. Switzerland, Czech Republic. 5-3, Czech Republic ahead. And Binja Felcher with the final stone here. I think she's got a few in there already. Let's take a look. Oh, and she removes it. That hit has given her 3. 3 for Switzerland, and that's turned that game right on its head. Switzerland now leads 6-5.
A great draw there. Right round the guard. Sweden immediately go for the run back. Agnes Knockenhauer's favourite shot. Plays it so accurately. It's a great weapon to have in the team with a second player that can really hit accurately.
A strong player as well. Great fitness levels. Expels a couple there.
Waving at our sweepers there to indicate keep going. So the Japanese stone in the house is open now. Sweden can just remove it.
Nicely clipped there by Sweden.
ハック
B で後ろの赤行くから。そうだね。
You can see there the skip, as well as giving ice, they're holding their stopwatch. Just timing hog to hog to give them an idea what the weight's doing. It's changing throughout the game.
There's the log line there.
Oh, so close to splitting them. Both in.
13.4 ちょっとダウンだったねちょっとこっちが重いか
Lite mer då. 9-0. Ganska mycket fart.
Perfekt satt, Sara.
9-0. Bra fart. Hur fart, Sara? Bra. 9-0.
うちは取れなさそうだよね
回ってないよね。
これ多分これやったらこうしてくると思うけど
後ろか。
この後ろはね多分これ簡単だと思う
これがあるんで。
ピンで下げといて割られたらフリーズする
下げとくか。いいよ。バックライン。今の人バックラインくらいだったな。今ぐらいだね。ね。
今のバックラインぐらいだった
オッケー。
Takao Onodera for Japan.
バックラインバックラインバックラインバックラインバックラインバックライン
Again, you can see the swing just past that top guard. And a little tap. Nicely done from Onodera. Yellow with protection behind that red guard.
Leden känns jättesvårt. Jag tänker om man sätter den då.
Bil bort till Bia.
Bara high side eller?
Bil
Ja,
bort.
jag tror jag gillar det, Sara.
Bra.
Är det
Gör
det finns ett lättare slag att sätta press och ligga på för vi ligger.
Jag
vet, det är bara inte lätt här. Vi säger att jag är där. Vi ska slå vilka in, då blir det farligt.
Ja.
Gillar det?
Hela
Jag
rundan.
bara in om det fanns någonting annat
Nu är det en
eller man kunde dra
Snabbt beslut bara.
spelar du sju
Och lite high.
Runda var, alltså runda där.
8. Gillar ni det här? Vi är skott, men jag vet inte riktigt vad vi ska göra ändå.
Nej, det var rundan där.
Ja, exakt. Tänk om vi lämnar någonting då.
Alltså, alternativet är väl att...
Lite high, det blir bra.
Now onto the skip stones in the featured game.
2点取れると思うんだよね。外行くとワンツー作られると1点も取れないかもしれないから赤の前
Using this red, her own red here. 93% for a hit, Sanna Hasselborg. That's the kind of start you want.
A good shot. Anna will be pleased to have come out today and played well. She's been in the 80s and 90s stats for every game, but was down in the 60s yesterday against Canada because the degree of difficulty of shots she was playing was a lot greater. So she'll be delighted to be back out in the ice today and shooting high numbers.
And she has had a couple of difficult taps as well, hasn't she? And a couple of difficult draws, but produced them, produced the goods.
Så hänger jag, då behöver jag bara tillbaka en sten. Skulle hon inte hamna skotten nu, ja men då kan jag dra.
Like a professional performance from Sweden, nothing too fancy. Not all guns blazing, but solid.
Yeah, it's just a clinical performance really by them today. You say nothing too fancy.
どっちも
Just get the job
ガード
done.
はあるからどっちでもいい感じはするけど、
黄色から飛ばされて残る可能性があるのは、こっちは
14半とか
Torikwana, she's 94% for her hits, but that's the weakness in her game is the draws. Either too long or too short, too heavy, too light. How's this one looking?
Oh, just rubbed off it. That was a sweeping error there.
Yeah, sweepers could have helped a bit more with that. It's left it in a very vulnerable position.
Det enda jag inte får göra är att sätta ner den.
Det kommer vara lugnt, Anna.
Jag vill inte spela 10 här.
9?
Jag vill inte. Jag spelar.
Nej, jag säger.
9.
Eller riset.
Ja, men oplötsligt får jag plötsligt.
9. Lojka. Kommer den ner på isen? Nej.
So if Anna Hasselberg can hit this and roll over, she'll lie 3.
Ja, exakt.
Really force Japan to take their one at this end. Yeah, a nice shot there from Anna. Lies 3.
So Sweden have done what they've had to do here.
Japan can just hit this one on the nose to get their one. Don't need to do anything clever. Just hit it on the nose and try and miss the back one. She's just looking to see, because if she does jam it, she will lose the shot. She needs to just be the right-hand side of the centre line, off nose.
I think she certainly prefer a hit, that's for sure. For her one. So last stone of the ninth end. Torikwana. Oh, only just.
Great shot.
But nicely done. It's in sticks. It is definitely a yellow. And 1 point for Japan to take it to 6-4 with an end to go. Sweden lead after 9.
Jag trodde att den där inte skulle räcka. Så bara, för den bara, den borde inte ha räckt. Nej, den borde inte ha räckt.
Det är lite ner nu.
Ja. Men grymt. 2 upp och hammaren.
こっち側使うときだけ。
こっちは使ってないから見とかないよね。オーバーカールしないんだけど。ロングオーバーカールになる。
This is our featured game in this women's draw. Sweden against Japan at the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018. We're in North Bay in Ontario, in Canada. Fantastic city, fantastic support for all the curlers inside the arena.
Great trick shot there.
And Sweden very much in control of this game now. First 5 ends weren't comfortable for them at all. They seemed a bit out of sorts. And Japan really ruffling them up a bit, but they've taken control from the 6th end onwards. And Japan really trying to do all they can. But a couple of missed opportunities in the last couple of ends. Moves the yellow.
So Japan just have to keep putting up cover and trying to get pressure on to Sweden.
They need a steal here. Steal of 2 gets them level and into an extra end. Let's hop over again to Canada, Russia. This is some game here.
Canada lie 2, forcing Russia to draw for their 1 here.
And here she goes, Victoria Musiva. Important shot here. This is the 9th end. We'll know by the reaction of the crowd very shortly.
Gonna have to curl a wee bit. Hanging on the other yellow. And she's got it.
Whoa, that was close. Under pressure there, only just. 1 for Russia. Got a tied game going into the 10th end. And it's close in this one too, Switzerland against the Czech Republic. Switzerland turning the game on its head in the last end. Now, what about Anna Beshkova of the Czech Republic?
She's got a shot here for 3.
This could be a turning point for the Czech Republic. It's coming out wide.
Can she tap? Yes. 3 for Czech Republic.
What a timely triple there. The treble for Annika Beshkova. They now go back into the lead, 8-6 into the 10th end. They needed that. We await the Swiss response. Dramatic stuff in this first session of the day. Very, very close games throughout the session.
Japan hogged the stone here, which allowed Sweden to clear off any cover there was, and now they've just emptied out the house. So keeping everything clean as possible.
You can't give Sweden that kind of advantage. Hogging your stone, that's so disappointing. And they've played so well in this game, Japan. And they'll keep battling away though. What Sweden need to do is just tidy things up, keep things clean, don't have stones in play, and there we go. They've done the hard work now. McManus, doing the same job again. Just need to keep the concentration levels up there.
Okay.
'Alltså om den är skott så tycker jag man klipper den alla dagar i veckan.
Ja.
Men om den är inte är skott då är det så här, då kan man ju.
Joanna. Putting one into the house. And it won't be there for long, and she knows.
Yeah, resigned to the fact that Anna Hasselberg's not likely to miss this. An open hit.
I don't think they'll be too disappointed with their performance. They really kept it close for so long until that sixth end.
Japan have still got 3 more games to play. Korea, Canada and Czech Republic.
And that is it. No more stones left that they can make up the gap, and it is a victory. Another victory for Sweden, back on track after that defeat to Canada last night. Back to winning ways. The two benches shake hands. Really well executed performance in the end by Sweden. They took a little bit to get going, and Japan were right in there for much of it, but really controlled the second half all the way through for a 6-4 win. But another learning curve for this young Japanese team. The skip, just 22 years old, having all the experiences of dealing with the media as well. That's all part of being an elite curler now. Tricky game against the Olympic champions. And Japan with 3 games still to go. Plenty of action still going on inside the arena here at Memorial Gardens in North Bay. So let's head to that Russia-Canada game. 7-all. 10th end. It really is dramatic stuff. Caitlin Laws for Canada. And Canada with the hammer. Can they see this game out? They've been pushed all the way by Russia. Clearing away that centerline guard. Look at that, what a topsy-turvy game. 3 for Canada in 6 and 3 for Russia in 7. A nicely placed stone there. Trying to protect that one in the forefoot area. Clipping the second red as well, moving it out of position to the back of the house. Switzerland, Czech Republic. Czech Republic with that super 3 in the last end. And Binja Felcher needs a couple here at least to level things up. Last stone, last stone.
Congratulations.
And it's 2 yellows potentially there. And the game is over there. A good last effort from Binja Felcher, but it is victory for the Czech Republic, picking up 1 there. A steal of 1 and a 9-6 win, and really that 3 in the 9th end is absolutely key for the Czech Republic. Another win for them, and in good shape for the top 6, the Czech Republic. And the score 9-6. And the crowd have really taken to them this week. They've had some super games and a very good win there. Crowd settling down again to watch this Russia-Canada game.
I guess I had to make that. Probably like the run.
I think
It's either that or we freeze.
Yeah. Moving towards that.
Okay, if I miss the run, if I don't hit this one.
Yeah. I don't hate the freeze.
Ну вот этот разница, сделал чуть-чуть послабее второй, но я пожестче добавила, и он только сильно пошел.
No, I know. If you run it into this one here, at least it's open, but I know then she's coming, you know. Do you like the in turn or the out turn? The out turn will run a lot straighter.
I kind of like,
Just because that in that you threw.
if it does end up curling, then we catch it on this
The
side.
side.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Russia red, Canada yellow. Russia with
I
one.
think
do you want to hit it on this side, or do you want to hit it like?
I just would like to stay for shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like to go this way.
Yeah.
And then you can get the guard off.
It's 7-7. Just need one to win.
As you heard Jennifer saying there, she wants to stay for shot. She's lying 2 against, and she really would like to stay for shot, so Russia have to make a play on it.
The crowd riveted to this sheet at the moment. Severe test for Canada here, unbeaten. Russia taking it right to them, and they're looking pretty relaxed about it. It's all down to the skips. So here she goes. Wants to make sure she's shot. Is she shot? Is she shot?
She is just. But Russia will ignore that. She has left cover. Yellow at the top of the house will provide cover now for Russia to draw behind.
Just spinning out a bit far and leaving.
You have to draw the button now.
Yellow at the top. Well,
but for any skip, they want the 4 foot open. So even if Russia draw around perfectly here, the 4 foot is open. She will have a shot to play.
Yeah, Russia must at least get in the shot position. They can't, that means they can't block any pathway in. So as Rona says, it will be open. 81% on her 13 draws. So you'd expect her to make this.
I think she'll be pretty close with this one. She needs to just be T-line and buried. Yes. Happy with the line. Have they left it? No, they're past.
Oh, that was close. That was close.
Oh, just a fraction too far.
It's a very, very good effort from the Russian skip. She must have been feeling it a little bit. The nerves jangling.
Well, it's asking the question of Canada.
Oh, she was worried about that. Here it comes round now. Beautifully done. Is that Russian for super?
Super. So just needs to be half in the 4 foot.
She's done this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times.
Before.
But we've already seen her draw earlier in the game. She went flying through the house against 2.
Composes herself.
Cleans her stone again.
She says she loves the responsibility of these final stones to make the game, to win the game. There's a timer for you. Oh, it's heavy, she says.
She says it's heavy, but the sweepers haven't confirmed that. They're staying with it.
No, she knows. She knows.
It can stop at the back of the 4, though. Her line's not bad.
Oh my goodness, I think it's going to go through.
No, her line's good. Her line's good.
She was worried there. She was very worried indeed. But she secured the point. Whoa, what a dramatic finish to this game against Russia. What a fantastic game of curling, and all credit to Russia for taking Canada all the way. I think there's a huge sigh of relief in the Canadian camp there.
Sorry, I knew right away, but I was shocked, so I was like, well, maybe. Yeah. It's like pro couple. I know, me too. Yeah.
She had a really good line there. Although the weight was just an ounce heavy, the line was spot on.
8-7. The victory for Canada, still unbeaten. And very unlucky for Russia. Did all that they could. Largely Canadian support, breathing a sigh of relief there. Watching their team clock up another victory. Meantime, we'll head back out into the action, and this is Denmark against Scotland. Scotland leading 7-6 after picking up 2 in the 9th. So Denmark have the hammer. They have the last stone advantage in this 10th end. 1 down.
They just hit to lie to and really put the pressure on Scotland, but they've rolled and given Hannah Fleming a double takeout chance here.
They can only watch on. Another very, very close game. Here comes Hannah Fleming. Can she make this double here? It's just a single. It was a key shot there. You can tell by her face. She had to make that one.
Denmark have a draw to win the game. Just need to be biting the 8 foot. A missed opportunity there to lift the double.
So Angelina Jensen, the Danish skip.
Oh, sweepers well off this. This is looking like it's flying.
They already have.
But it's digging in now. Can split her own. Yep.
There we go. 2 for Denmark, and she's...
Oh,
the emotion of the moment has really overcome Angelina Jensen there. Players shake hands.
it's her third win of the week.
Clinched that win, 8-7 over Scotland. Picking up 2 in that final end there. The final shot, hugs and cuddles all round.
8 years since she's been at a major championship.
That means an awful lot to this team and to Angelina in particular. Well, I have to say, what a great session of curling here. Dramatic stuff in every single game. And more to come. This was our featured game, Sweden against Japan, 6th end. Japan has set up a potential 3 here for Sweden. Anna Hasselborg with the final stone. She judges this just right, the weight and the line perfect. A slight tap and a 3 for Sweden. And a 4-2 lead. 7th end, Sweden counting 2 here. Tori Koana of Japan with the final stone and electing a hit and roll here for 1. She makes now 4-3 to Sweden. Eighth end, Sweden already lying one. Again, great weight from the Swedish skip. And the tap up, seizing 2 points and a 6-3 lead. And Sweden in control. Counting 3 in the 9th. And they were 6-4. And in the end, Japan running out of stones, and a victory for Sweden, 6-4. Good win for them. Elsewhere, Czech Republic snatching the win over Switzerland, 9-6. Dramatic stuff. Canada against Russia, 8-7. Final stone. And Denmark beating Scotland also with that narrow margin, 8-7. So there are the standings. 2 teams definitely qualified, Canada and Sweden. And in the mix, Korea, Russia, Czech Republic, US and Japan potentially as well. So an awful lot still to play for there to get into those top 6 positions.
Well, Anna, many congratulations. A loss yesterday. How do you feel your team performed and bounced back today?
We started off a little bit slow, like we took something from the losses into that game, not positive things. So, but after the break, I think we just went out there and we just changed it over, and it was a completely like, this is how we should play after the 5th end break. So I'm very proud of that, and yeah, I think we just have to accept that we're starting to get a little bit tired, and some weird misses are coming from us right now, and just have to refocus a little bit more.
That was Anna Hasselborg, a good 6-4 win for them in the end. It was a bit of a struggle at the start, but they have won through and they have qualified, as have Canada. And that's it from us for the moment. Hope you've enjoyed the action. From me, Alison Walker and Rona Howie and the rest of the team, we'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.